So here, I'm just showing you the sensor. That's what we want to hear. That's telling me that it's set at the right height and it's going to kick out the cap once it comes through incorrectly. So for example, you'll see this. And that's what we want. So now that the top portion and all of the slide and everything has been adjusted, we're going to make adjustments to this belt right here with this lever, with this crank lever, so that we can ensure that the can fits in here properly. And then we'll be also adjusting the height of these spindles. So these are what tighten the cap onto the canister after it passes through this area. So this one primarily just helps to set the cap in place. You'll have this, which, well, it's in a sense an impact portion of the machine that allows the cap to be placed onto the canister. And then these two spindles, or actually 4 spindles, because you have 2 in each set right here, help to tighten the cap onto the canister, ensuring that it's properly placed on there. So we'll need to make adjustments to these as well, right here with these in and out, to ensure that these, you want these to slightly touch the can, so that when the can is in place and you move it, you see the can moving. So that means that it's tight enough so that it tightens the can. You don't want to over tighten it, causing it to peel off portions of the plastic and the can, and then you'll have blue little pieces of plastic and debris inside the machine here, if that's the case. So we want to avoid that. So we want to adjust these 2 sections accordingly so that it tightens the can properly. So this entire thing gets adjusted down here. As you can see, up, down, it'll adjust here the height of this entire thing right here, so that the can is coming through at the proper height, which will allow it to catch this lid, then coming through here, getting hit by this as it's detected by the sensor. That's another thing. There's a sensor right here. This yellow sensor, you see, as we were adjusting it, which always happens, it gets moved. Now we want to ensure that this sensor is properly placed right there outside of this portion, so that it can detect the can as the can is coming through here. Because if it's over here, it's not going to work, and then this portion of the machine will not function because it won't be detecting the can. So we just want to make sure it's out right there, and it's easily adjustable. You don't need any tools for that, because the bolts and stuff in there are not fully tightened or allowed, so that we can adjust it when necessary. So as we're making adjustments to this to ensure that the cap is being placed on there properly, we also want to adjust from here. So that's this portion of the machine will adjust this entire section here, which includes this here and the slide. So we can adjust that to fine tune the capping portion of the machine. Sorry about that. And so we're gonna loosen this here so that we can go ahead and then make that necessary adjustment. So with the corresponding Allen key, you're gonna loosen this bolt, and you'll make adjustments here to then lower or raise this entire portion, so that it will allow the cap here to then be properly placed onto the canister. Once that adjustment is made, you want to retighten this so that nothing moves, because as the machine is running, you get constant vibrations, and you know it's possible that the adjustment can move, which will then affect the way the cap is placed on the canister.